Hello and welcome back to my channel. Last week we explored the concept of time. Today we will dive into one of the most profound and mysterious topics in philosophy and science, consciousness. What is consciousness? How does it form and how does it work? These questions lie at the heart of both philosophical and scientific discussions. In this video, we will explore the historical and philosophical roots of consciousness and also touch on developments in modern neuroscience. If you're ready, let's get started. Definition of consciousness. Consciousness is the state of being aware of one's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This awareness is the essence of inner experience. But the question of what consciousness truly is goes far beyond a mere definition. It is one of the most fundamental issues in both philosophical thought and scientific research. Descartes and mind-body dualism. One of the earliest comprehensive philosophical discussions on consciousness was carried out by René Descartes in the 17th century. With his famous phrase, cogito, ergo sum, I think, therefore I am, Descartes considered consciousness as proof of existence. He argued that consciousness is a mental activity related to the body, but also posited that the mind exists independently from the body. This view is known as mind-body dualism. According to Descartes, the mind, or consciousness, is a non-material entity that can exist separately from the physical world. This dualistic view claims that mind and body are two distinct entities with different natures. However, this perspective has raised many questions about how the mind and body interact. Consciousness in philosophy of mind. Consciousness has been approached from many different angles within the philosophy of mind. John Locke defined consciousness as the awareness of one's own thoughts and argued that this awareness forms the foundation of personal identity. According to Locke, consciousness serves as the link that maintains the continuity of a person over time. On the other hand, David Hume did not see consciousness as a self. Instead, he viewed consciousness as a continuous flow of independent perceptions. According to Hume, these perceptions create the illusion of a self when grouped together, but in reality, consciousness consists of a collection of ever-changing perceptions. Physicalism and consciousness. In the 20th century, philosophical debates focused on whether consciousness could be explained through a physicalist, materialist approach. Physicalism holds that all mental events can be reduced to physical processes in the brain. According to this view, consciousness arises as a byproduct of brain functions. However, philosophers like Thomas Nagel have criticized this approach. In his famous essay, What Is It Like to Be a Bat?, Nagel argues that consciousness is an aspect of subjective experience that cannot be fully understood through physicalist explanations. He suggests that the subjective nature of consciousness cannot be completely explained by physical processes alone. Modern neuroscience and consciousness. Today, research on consciousness has made significant advances in the field of neuroscience. Neuroscience examines consciousness as a product of brain activity. Technologies like functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, are used to understand how certain regions of the brain are related to conscious experiences. These studies have shown that conscious awareness is closely tied to brain activities. However, neuroscience still cannot fully explain the hard problem of consciousness, how subjective experience arises. This remains one of the biggest unsolved puzzles in consciousness research. In recent years, there has been intense debate about the relationship between artificial intelligence, AI, and consciousness. While computers and algorithms have surpassed humans in some tasks, it is still unclear whether these systems are truly conscious. Alan Turing's famous Turing test attempts to measure whether a machine can think like a human, but this test is not sufficient to fully understand the nature of consciousness. Some philosophers and scientists argue that AI could possess consciousness, but in a way that is fundamentally different from human consciousness. This remains an ongoing area of research in the fields of philosophy of mind and AI. Conclusion. The question of what consciousness is remains one of the most complex issues in philosophy and science. In this video, we have explored the concept of consciousness from Descartes' mind-body dualism to modern neuroscience research. Consciousness is not only the center of an individual's thoughts and experiences, but also a fundamental component of existence. If you find these deep philosophical discussions interesting, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Also, feel free to share your thoughts on consciousness in the comments. See you in the next video.